Imagine a time when a nation, facing a seemingly insurmountable foe, deployed its military might against an army of birds. In 1932, Australia found itself locked in a bizarre conflict known as the Emu War. Farmers in Western Australia, desperate to protect their crops from an estimated 20,000 emus, appealed for help. The government responded by sending soldiers armed with machine guns. What followed was a comical yet tragic debacle. The emus, surprisingly agile and resilient, proved a formidable enemy, scattering and evading the military's attempts to cull them. Despite their superior firepower, the soldiers were outmaneuvered, and the emus, in a stunning display of nature's unpredictability, ultimately won. This strange chapter in history serves as a stark reminder that sometimes even the most advanced technology is no match for the wild. The Industrial Revolution was roaring, but a bottleneck threatened to halt progress. For centuries, iron production was costly, and the results, frankly, imperfect. Then in 1856, a visionary named Henry Bessemer dared to dream of something better. Imagine this, a fierce blast of air, driven through molten pig iron. It was a fiery crucible, but this violent dance wasn't about destruction, it was about purification. The air ruthlessly oxidized impurities, transforming the brittle iron into something remarkably different: steel. Suddenly, steel was no longer a rare, expensive luxury. It became strong and cheap, a material that would literally reshape the world. Skyscrapers pierced the clouds, railways crisscrossed continents, and vast empires were built, all thanks to this singular, explosive innovation. The modern world, in so many ways, was forged in that fiery blast. Imagine a world where your deepest beliefs could cost you everything. For centuries, the burgeoning Christian faith faced brutal imperial persecution within the vast Roman Empire. But then, a seismic shift occurred. In the year 313 AD, everything changed. Legend tells of Emperor Constantine's celestial vision before a pivotal battle, a vision that would forever alter the course of history. Emerging victorious from the Battle of the Milvian Bridge, Constantine, alongside his co-emperor Licinius, issued a decree that echoed through the ages, the Edict of Milan. This wasn't just a policy change, it was a radical declaration of religious toleration. For the first time, freedom of worship was proclaimed for all faiths, marking a definitive end to the relentless persecution of Christians. Churches, once clandestine gatherings, began to flourish openly, laying the very foundation for the mighty Byzantine Empire and irrevocably transforming the world as we know it. Imagine a world lost to time, buried beneath centuries of peat and clay. Then, in 1973, at the windswept Roman fort of Vindolanda in Britain, archaeologists unearthed something extraordinary. Not gold, not grand monuments, but something far more intimate. Wafer-thin wooden tablets, covered in ancient Roman handwriting. These weren't official decrees, but letters, invoices, even birthday invitations. They offered us direct voices from the Roman frontier, revealing the mundane and the marvelous, a soldier pleading, "Please send more beer." These humble fragments provide an unprecedented glimpse into the everyday lives of those who lived and served on the edge of the Roman Empire, bridging the vast distance between us and the ancient past. Stockholm, 1628. The air crackled with anticipation. Sweden's pride, a warship named Vasa, a veritable floating fortress, was set to embark on its maiden voyage. Before a cheering royal audience, the mighty vessel pushed off into the harbor. But as the cannons were shifted, a fatal flaw became tragically apparent. Too top-heavy, the Vasa listed precariously. Then a mere gust of wind sealed its fate. Water surged over the open gun ports, and with horrifying speed the magnificent ship sank, vanishing beneath the waves in plain sight of the shore. It was a devastating end to her very first sail. Little did anyone know, this watery grave would become her silent museum for 333 years, until her dramatic resurfacing would finally reveal her secrets. Imagine London, autumn of 1605. The air thick with anticipation, but beneath the surface, a desperate plot was brewing. A group of fervent Catholic conspirators, fueled by years of persecution, hatched a plan so audacious, so terrifying, it would have shaken the very foundations of England. Their target, Parliament itself, their weapon, gunpowder. At the heart of this deadly scheme was Guy Fawkes, a veteran soldier known for his steely resolve. In the very bowels of the Houses of Parliament, a hidden cellar was crammed with 36 barrels of explosive powder, enough to obliterate King James I and his entire government. But on the eve of their catastrophic act, a chilling anonymous letter arrived, warning a sympathetic nobleman. The plot, so close to fruition, was tragically, miraculously foiled. Fawkes was discovered, his treasonous mission cut short, forever etching his name into history, and giving rise to a warning that echoes to this day. Remember the 5th of November. In the ancient world, legends are born from desperation and forged in cunning. Picture the North African coast, long before the legions of Rome would march. It is 814 BC, and a princess named Dido, exiled from her homeland, flees across the sea. She carries with her not just a broken heart, but the ambition for a new beginning, a new power. Arriving on foreign shores, she faced a powerful local chieftain. Her request, as much land as an ox-hide could cover, a seemingly modest demand until Dido revealed her astonishing plan. She didn't ask for a field. She sliced that ox-hide into impossibly thin strips, laying them end to end. With this ingenious trick, she encircled an entire hill, the mighty Byrsa. From this audacious start, a new city rose. Carthage, the seed of a vast Phoenician trading empire, and a future rival destined to challenge the might of Rome itself. Imagine the scene. Dublin Castle, 1907. The air crackles with anticipation for a royal visit, a grand display of British power. But as King Edward VII prepared to arrive, a chilling discovery sent shockwaves through the very heart of the establishment. The crown jewels of Ireland, the ancient symbols of sovereignty, had vanished. Locked away in the formidable Bedford Tower, guarded and seemingly impenetrable, the royal regalia simply disappeared. The scandal was immediate, the whispers of conspiracy deafening. Who could have dared? A relative of the Duke of Argyll was a prime suspect, yet no trace was ever found. No arrests were made. These priceless treasures, a tangible link to Ireland's storied past, remain missing to this day, a silent testament to a daring heist and an enduring mystery.